What you should know about this case, as far as Illuminatis, why this case did not come out. The last time I was updated by Illuminatis, Vladimir Putin, in presence of the British royals, in presence of the Polish politicians, Ukrainian politicians, German politicians, all the politicians, French politicians. The reason why this case did not come out is because in 2020 I was told, believe it or not, it's going toward the 5th year since my return from Poland. Do you believe this? 5 years since I submitted No, it's not 5 years since I submitted. It's about 7 years since I submitted overwhelming amount of proofs related to MK Ultra. This really was not my job, but this is what they insisted on. This is what they insisted. This is what they lied all along is necessary for me to end this thing here. Talking about this kind of stuff, and you're gonna see on the bottom when it all starts, there is overwhelming stuff about the Poland, where I was overwhelming amount, enormous amount of this stuff. 5 years since I returned from Poland. This and this. So what you should understand about this case is the last time that Illuminatis decided about this case was in 2019, when this case was completely impossible to deny. Maybe 2020, I don't know. Vladimir Putin was inside of this kitchen here, laughing in my face. They discussed this case for about 2 years, in presence of British royals, in presence of American politicians, Donald Trump, Prince Charles, all these Western politicians, Andrzej Duda, Morawiecki, all these politicians from Eastern Europe, Western Europe, United States. And it was decided by Vladimir Putin, who insisted already in 2018, 2019, 2020, he insisted all along that this case must not be recognized. And the reason why they did not recognize it is because they needed second war on Ukraine. The biggest proof about the war on Ukraine concerning Illuminatis, Western Illuminatis, Donald Trump, King Charles, Macron, all these politicians that remain on the power exactly where they were for the last, since I remember this case, literally, some come, some go, and those that come, those that don't come yet, they come definitely in form of prime minister, ministers, whatever it is. Every country the same shit. Those that leave are usually really old people, incapable to do it anymore. This is the way it goes. It's a career before the career, and it's a career even after you finish one, till you can still be around. This is what they allow them. Presidents, prime ministers, you name it. It was decided for the sake of Vladimir Putin. Yeah, and you're gonna see next time King Charles ask him about it, to have favor not to release, not to allow this case to come out. It was decided by Antonio Guterres of United Nations, by the people at United Nations, that they will go on the knees in front of Vladimir Putin. Inside of this house, inside of this kitchen, in my face, repeatedly, with Vladimir Putin laughing in my face, and with the rest of the politicians being very, very silent about it. Ukrainian side, sarcastically, Zelensky suggested, I would recognize this case, but the thing is, it's not going to help me anymore. And it was like Zelensky was the only politician that would recognize this case, but have also chosen to have war instead. So it was really everything for you, Vladimir, everything for you. Don't say ever anything was for me. Everything they did with me, they always did for you, Vladimir. Always was for you. It was a gift. The killing, lynching was literally a gift for you, Ruski, by your Romanos from London, by the Washington, D.C. Don't ever say, because everything that was done with me for 53 years, it was all done for you, Vladimir. Everything for the Russia, everything for the Russia. You need to know the reason why this case was not recognized up to date. It's now middle of the March 2025. Yes, almost 5 years since I returned from Poland. There's absolutely no fucking excuse not to stop this madness. Yet they continue with the psychiatry, and they did so mutually with the government of the United States of America supporting this extermination procedure, and British Prince Charles. They would not allow this stuff to stop. It's important. United Nations provided cover-up for this stuff, and so did all others, including International Criminal Court, who were here. I'm not going to go into Ursula von der Leyen from European Court for European Commission, whatever. You need to know why this stuff did not come out inside of this house, inside of this kitchen. It was really bad what they have done with me, as I barely would sense, barely would even understand who the fuck the people were around me. Once I supplied with the proofs about MK Ultra from Poland, you have no fucking idea how bad things got for me. They took extra shield, they took extra precaution, and I think that I got extra therapy when it came to post MK Ultra procedure. When it was finished, I think they did a hell of a job on me. And I think also the medications they have used in 2018, 2019, and 2020, I think they were more potent. I think they were worse than they otherwise were. When the Putin was inside of this house, when they have him around, it was enormous paranoia. When they had these politicians, when they had me here, it was with the politicians from abroad, it was very, very, very different. The medications they have used, whatever they used to drug me up, it was extremely, extremely potent. I barely sensed, barely was aware of it. And they told me about it. You know too much, you remember too much, and so on. So this is why, if you want to know why is it that this case still was not stopped. Everything for you, Vladimir, everything for you. See, you got your Ukraine, you got everything. Great you are. Everything for you, Vlad. Vlad insisted this case is never going to come out. This is how bad this stuff is. He insisted he was never going to recognize. Well, I'm not going to say fuck him. I sure hope I'm going to destroy one in this life. And if I'm going to destroy him, it's going to be Charles and Trump and American administration. They're going to pay the price for this scumbaggery. But what rattles me is that when I immigrated to Belarus in 2017, it was, Lukashenko have written me on the certificate and also claimed during MK Ultra that it's written on their certificate that I'm normal, In Belarus, only in Belarus, when I went to the Belarus, when they did the health examination, he prided himself that he was the one who had written on health certification that I'm normal. However, this is never going to be of any use to me. and it's something that I'm not going to pay attention to it, etc., etc., etc. Now, so if this is not lunacy, you fucking explain to me what is lunacy. 53 years I lost on this Western criminal, bureaucratic, aristocratic garbage, trash. It's not Vlad. It's not Vlad that is guilty for this. The animal from the Russia is just animal. That's all there is to it. It's you people that allow this shit to go on. Obviously, Vlad would have a difficulty attack Ukraine if this case would come out. I'm sure you understand. If you wanted the proof, like ultimate proof about who was behind this.